Phil Grande of Phil's Gang radio show continues to feed the homeless in the prominent Cherokee Park neighborhood, right outside of Sarasota City Commissioner Terry Turner's home. Neighbors and commissioners call it outrageous exploitation, but Grande calls it education. SNN Local News 6 reporter Calvin McClure tracked down Grande today to get his side of the story. Calvin.
That's right, Mia. Phil Grande insists that he is not the bad guy. He blames the city for not stepping up and helping the homeless. Rise for the homeless to feed and camp out in front of Vice Mayor Terry Turner's home in the Cherokee Park neighborhood. Some looked at this action as hypocritical because Grande himself is against feeding in front of his condo at 5 Points Park. Grande says he's not against the homeless, he's against the actions of the homeless after the feedings.
There was nothing wrong with the eating. It was after the eating. So people would overflow and they would start panhandling. And there'd be just bad behavior.
Grande says his motivation behind sending the homeless to Cherokee Park is to show the commissioner and the neighborhood how it feels to have homeless people hanging out outside their doorsteps.
I'm trying to educate everybody, say, well, let me bring it to each neighbor. Let me show you what it's like so you can see what we go through at 5 Points. And then maybe you can convince these commissioners who only think about getting reelected, not what it's right or wrong, that, wait a minute, I saw this for a couple of weeks down here. Why don't you go fix it? Let's get one place for these people. Leon Middleton was one of the people who ate at Cherokee Park. He says in hindsight, he believes Grande used them to prove his point.
Through the food, I think so.
So you're not the bad guy?
I don't know how I could be the bad guy when I'm the guy that took all the people who are eating in the park. I pay for it. I give them better food than they ever had. You ask them, they'll tell you. How am I the bad guy by taking them out and solving a problem? How am I a bad guy about the only one that I didn't see any commissioner come up with a solution?
The solution that Grande is talking about is this building, the old Dream Center on 18th and Gillespie. He says he wanted to buy the building, renovate it, and sell it back to the city for $1.
Why don't they have just one place for them?
I went to City Hall to ask about this offer.
There's never been a formal proposal to the city by Mr. Grande or no one else for the building. The city has no conversations that have been made at this point.
Grande says he's going to continue to educate people, as he calls it, about the issue until the city comes up with a solution. Grande also said Vice Mayor Terry Turner asked him not to buy the building because the city wants to find a place in the county for the homeless, Mia.
Interesting. Thanks for following up with that, Calvin.